Hello, orienteering friends. Welcome to the recording of my race. I ran first leg of the our relay, and this is near Zbirov, not far from Prague. So this was a category that was not very well suited for me, let's say. It was like a short track for me, but orienteering difficulty was, of course, same, let's say, as normal, like for adults. So here I'm a bit lacking behind because I wasn't really warmed up, and I also wanted to, like focus on myself, not to get caught in a race with the best ones. So let's say I chose to stay behind a little bit, focus on my own style and my own mapping and navigating. My first control is the middle one, so it was end of the small erosion gully, and well, basically here I was just trying to get around the green stuff, around non-runnable forest or difficultly runnable forest, and many other runners were going that direction, so this wasn't like a difficult decision. Here of course I got a little bit distracted by the runners. I think I went too much to the left here. I saw this erosion gully here, so I was expecting it there, the control, but of course it was at the other end. Now to control 2, originally I thought maybe I will go around and run along the vehicle roads, and then I will try to hit the control, but then maybe I was like trying to get tough on me, or I don't know what. I just told myself, oh, let's go through the forest, I will make it, don't worry. And for the most part I think I did take a good bearing, and I think I kept my direction pretty well, but as you can see it wasn't super runnable, so maybe it was not the greatest decision. And of course here later on I also got distracted by the other runners and all that vegetation. So here was the first, let's say, farsted control, which was not mine, and yeah, it kind of distracted me. So I just followed through the boundary, let's say, and maybe I just followed that guy who just passed by, I guess. So yeah, I noticed this hatched area is here, so I lost definitely like 10-15 seconds here, because the decision was not super good. Here, as you can see, it was not really runnable. Anyways, I got to the control, so whatever. And as you can see, the other runners were there probably in similar time as I was, like the best ones, of course, they were there first. When I saw it, how it looks like here, I knew that running around might have been faster. I can run pretty fast. So going around through the along the roads would have been, in my case, a better choice. Now to control 3, I just took a bearing. It was straight uphill, let's say. And I also knew that there is this small clearing, so it was quite easy to navigate to the control. Now I think I already saw it, so I was already thinking about control 4 now. Basically 90-degree turn along this small clearing. So first part was, let's say, clear. Get around these green patches of non-runnable forest and basically cross the road. I think right now we can already see the slightly green young forest, so this was very easy. Of course, my aim was to go around this young forest and just follow the boundary that should lead me to the, I don't know, to the flat, let's say. That's how I would call it, this kind of marker. Again, this was, I think it was very easy to navigate here. The bigger or the harder navigation part for me came to control number 5. Here I wasn't able to properly follow the bearing and my direction, and I ended up way up. I think partly because of the other runners. I was, I saw them running there, so I kind of followed them as well. And those runners, they had a control there, but they were other categories. So, and as you can see already now, I was deviating quite a bit. I should have. For me, the issue here was the vegetation boundaries. I was expecting this forest that I see on my right much closer, and the guy who made the map basically evaluated it as a white forest, which is correctly, because it was a runnable forest, right? But there was not even a vegetation boundary, so maybe that kind of distracted me. But here I should have gone more to the right, and of course there is this road that I will come to here. So I should have evaluated this vehicle road sooner, you know, and tell myself, oh shit, I crossed it already, but I saw the control, so I went and checked the control. I wasn't really, at this point, I wasn't really paying too much attention probably to the map, and or maybe I got distracted by the other road that is on top of me. Here is the other guys, they were probably having the same control, same issue as me. So yeah, then we, together with this guy, we came to a conclusion, then we have to go down. And yeah, so we lost like a minute here, I guess, at least. We should go down sooner. Yeah, now I'm going down. I was also, you know, kind of puzzled by the small clearing. I thought that our control was near the clearing, but it was here. It wasn't that far away, but we lost the time by, you know, checking the map and deciding. Now my control was a little different than his, so I was going to the like control 6 that is in the middle. I'm not sure if it was a vegetation boundary or if it was a clearing. I guess both, we can say. So I don't know why I was following this path so far, but I knew that I have to climb the hill eventually. As I can see now, I was already a little bit exhausted and catching my breath. Although here it was not that steep, you know. Probably around this place it was getting steeper, and I knew that I started walking. Now it was clear that I'm at the vegetation boundary, so that part basically led me almost to the control. Also this control I was just passing by, I wasn't really paying attention to it. I knew that it's this flat place, and that I have to go further. I should be at the control now. Yeah. So I'm already going through this young forest, and here is the control. So yeah, I wasn't looking below my legs. So this was okay, good execution. Now to the other control, to control number 7. Again, I would say it was kind of easy because you got a lot of like navigation points or anchor points, let's say. So here I was going through this narrow right, and then here I went a little bit to the left because I didn't want to follow it that long. Here I was just probably taking a bearing, a proper bearing. I don't know what was this control, probably end of the... I was checking what is this control about. It was the end of some, you know, erosion gully, where like water erosion gully, I don't know. Now for me the important was this clearing, and I was trying to get there. Here my camera settings were probably not the best for these transitions, so the ISO was very low. I might have increased it to auto or to at least 800, but I kept it to 400 because I want to avoid noise. So still here I'm just following the boundary of the of this clearing, and now I'm getting into the young forest, let's say. Yeah. And then here in this young forest I was just looking for these erosions here. So I'm stopping a little bit just to, you know, figure out where exactly I am. But then I saw the other guy, so I followed basically him, at least to his direction. It was clear that, at least to me, it was clear that the control will be there. Here I didn't fully follow the contour. I went slightly up because I saw some kind of opening here in this like non-runnable forest, let's say. I saw this big tree and I was like, maybe around this tree it will be, you know, better passable or walkable. So I think it was the same all around there, but this way I came out already a little bit higher, and I could direct myself to the edge of the next, let's say, non-runnable forest, which I wanted to go around. This was so this was kind of easy to navigate. Then from this edge I just took a bearing, and not, I think I didn't even took a bearing. I just ran around, and I knew that my direction should be slightly to the left when I will pass all these green things along the clearing again. So as you can see, the forest itself, it's quite easily navigable just by all the features here all around. You don't really need that much taking a bearing. Now here it was a little bit tricky for me to really distinguish the vegetation boundaries that I wanted to hit. So that's why I stopped and took a bearing probably. Here I should be near the clearing. Again, here I noticed that there is this tree trunk thingy, and then here is the vegetation boundary. So I was expecting the control at the end of this, not just only vegetation boundary, but there was even this kind of small erosion that like kind of signaled the vegetation boundary. So here I was expecting the control, and it was exactly there. To control 9, I'm wondering how I went there. Yeah, I basically followed this guy. I went around this non-runnable forest. It seemed like a better idea than run through it. And then we ran straight to control 9 just by taking a bearing, or just, you know, approximating the direction of the control. So here I got a little bit distracted by this erosion, and I thought it will be there, but he said it's behind the road, and I said yeah, you're right. So I basically followed him. It was kind of difficult to avoid all these trees with those branches. So this erosion took us to the control, and here our paths, sorry for that, my pronunciation is not the best. Our paths departed, or changed. For the most part, I think I blindly followed him, at least kind of, and I basically ended up at his control, and mine control was a little bit down. I was kind of anticipating that, let's say, because I didn't really follow him directly to his control, but I must admit that I should have gone more to the left already. I could have avoided. Here I knew that it didn't fit my understanding of this kind of contours around this stream. So I didn't really go to the control. I knew that this is not mine control. My control was somewhere here. I expected it here, and here it is. So let's just say I lost a couple seconds, and here he had, let's say, kind of an early start to number 11. He was already, directed and a little bit ahead of me, and I basically lost him somewhere around this non-readable forest. That's the correct term. I think I saw him somewhere in front of me, but he was faster at this point, and he correctly hit number 11. He correctly hit that narrow right. I kind of deviated to the clearing, which was not the best choice. So I lost a couple seconds there. Now I can see him way in front of me, like 200 meters, disappearing into the forest. But of course I didn't want to blindly follow him, and here I didn't really see the entrance into the forest as he did, so I kind of ran along this clearing, and I now somewhere around here I think I will go into the forest, basically same as the girl. I probably got stuck in some branches. And now my control is to my left. It was visible there, so I had no trouble to find it. Now here I just took a bearing and ran through the forest. What's taking me so long? Sometimes it's very tedious to watch the recording of myself. As you can see, I'm still you know, it's taking me a lot of time to just, you know, get myself directed and, you know, keeping myself in the flow, let's say. I'm still, I still have to stop to get, to read the map. So here, at least I didn't do mistake to number 12, I think. I was trying to figure out where exactly I exited the forest, non-runnable. Well, then I went to this control, but I knew that it's not mine. It was too close in my view. So I continued, and here is my control. So I think I didn't make a mistake here. I was just slow, let's say. Here to number 13, that was again fairly easy. You just follow this stream. So the biggest issue was to find some nice path around this stream. I have to figure out what to do with my camera setting, because now it's way too dark. Of course, because the sun, you know, the camera is averaging, but anyways, here I saw that I'm at the road, so I just crossed it and went further. Of course, here I met the other runners from the same leg, probably, but I knew that I ended up second behind the guy in the greenish shirt. So all these other runners, they are definitely not running the same category as I do. Now I was thinking that the control should be near some fenced area, so I was kind of focusing on that as well. I think I lost some time because I went like too much to the left. Fortunately, this was not my control, otherwise I would be all muddy. As you can see here, I'm quite... It was not like helpful to run exactly there, too much to the left. But actually I think I did a pretty good choice. It wasn't that bad. Now all the runners had the same controls, not the same controls, but this control number 14, that was same for everyone, so I could just follow them. And kind of, I would say it kind of slowed me down at some parts, because it didn't make sense to overtake anyone. I wasn't that fast, but at the other hand, some of the girls were slow, so it wasn't like ideal pace for me, but at least I could, like, you know, I didn't have to navigate, I didn't have to map anything, like everybody was going the same direction. It was pretty clear that everybody's going there. And then, of course, we had the how you call it, compulsory part, where you have to go to, so your colleagues can see you and can prepare. And then we went to control 15, 16, 17, 18. So I will speed it up maybe a little bit. Or you can just, you know, skip it. Yeah, so here to control number 15, I don't remember which one was mine. The direction that I'm running suggests that my control is the one in the middle. But I think it was actually the one that is on the right. If it would be the one in the middle, then I think it would be the tree inside this non-runnable forest, but my control was some kind of vegetation boundary at the top of it. So yeah, I will be going almost all around this young forest, like non-runnable forest, definitely. Yeah, here is my control. And then to control 16, that was like, from my point of view, straight to the left, just almost follow this kind of vegetation boundary, a little bit to the right. So this kind of end was kind of easy for me. Yeah, the girl is asking me where she is, so I pointed up that tree in the middle of the greenish non-runnable forest. Now I just took the bearing and ran, of course, but yeah, you saw that it slowed me down a little bit, like 20 seconds gone. And then many others here. But I remember that I didn't get too distracted by all these runners. I was like focusing on my direction and you know, just telling myself, okay, if you see someone there in that direction, there will be probably your control. So that was like the strategy to get to my control. So here it is. That was easy. Then straight down along this vegetation boundary was my control 17. Again, very easy, not much to it. I think this is quite usual during the relays. They, at least here in this case, this was like, from the navigation point of view, I found it pretty easy. It was just exactly like 5 minutes so that the second leg runner can prepare for you, for your finish and taking over. Now we are just sprinting to the finish. So I try to, you know, run as fast as I could. But of course I wasn't going to overpass the guys at this point. Yeah, maybe now I will sprint to the finish. Yeah, I can push it, but not in the forest. Okay, so closing in. And here is my fellow guy. He was running basically his category. He's like 70 years old, so for him it was adequate. For me it was a little too short. I could have gone faster. So thanks for watching, and see you at the second day of this series. Bye.